My mother is Spanish and my father is English. They had 4 children and I'm the youngest of the 4. Every year we go back and forth to Spain from England, till I was about 11 or 12. In Spain I went to deaf school. I remember every year I couldn't stand going to summer school in Spain. I used to cry and cry, I was so upset. I just didn't want to go to summer school in Spain. All my friends were back home on holiday. But all my friends couldn't understand why I was so upset at going to summer school. I couldn't believe it. Why are you upset? You're going to Spain, it's a holiday for a month. I said, no, you don't understand. They just didn't understand. If you came to Spain, then you'd understand why I didn't want to go, why I can't stand it. But yeah, they just didn't know why. So I went to Spain with my cousin. I had to go. My parents were like, you must go, so I just had to do it. But me and my cousin went, and I was so upset. A beautiful day outside, and all I was doing was writing. We had a teacher who was English, and she also knew a bit of Spanish, but she taught mostly English to us. But my friends, deaf friends who were Spanish, we all signed in Spanish Sign Language to each other. So as I grew up, I realised that language was completely different. When I was about 12, this was, English sign and sign in Spain is so different. I went over to England and I was signing. I thought everybody was understanding me. I was signing. I realised that they just hadn't a clue what I was saying. It was so different. A, B and C, for example, is a two-handed sign in English. It's one-handed in Spain. Mother, father's all different. It was so confusing. Brother, sister's different. Also, the days of the week. You've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in English, and then you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but you've also got miércoles, jueves, viernes. It's really confusing. But I learnt English. It was quite easy for me to adapt to English Sign Language. When I went over to Spain, I'd automatically start signing in English, and then I realised they couldn't understand me, so I switched back to Spanish Sign Language again. It was quite something to get my head around. I went travelling, I went to Spain, I went to Italy, but I realised again it was different sign language. France Sign Language and Spanish Sign Language are similar, and I could understand a bit, but they're mostly different. So I had to tweak into international sign language. I just picked bits of English sign, Spanish sign, I picked up some French signs, turned into international sign language, and I was absolutely fine. And that's just been the way I've signed till now. But I'll tell you what is different. The British culture and Spanish culture, the signing culture, is so different. In Spain, everybody gets together in big groups and they all sign together. There's none of this going around the houses business to say what they want, they just direct. Whereas in England, that's what it's like. People don't want to talk directly to the person they want to say something to, because they might be scared of hurting their feelings. So they'll tell somebody next to them and they'll go, oh gosh, really? And they'll tell someone else and they'll tell someone else. It's like Chinese whispers. And I don't understand why it's like that. Everybody talks amongst themselves. It's such gossip. I hate it. Much prefer it in Spain, where everybody's really direct. I don't like the English way of doing it at all. Really does me head in. Also, in England, people get together in little cliques, little groups, whereas in Spain, it's all open. They're not all snidey and nudging each other and talking behind people's backs. It's so open. In England, it's not like that. Sometimes I try and involve myself in the group, but it's really hard to fit in. I try really hard to sign to him, to talk to him, and no one even looks at me. I'm just ignored. Sometimes it's hurtful, yeah, but I have learned to accept it, the fact that English and Spanish is different.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There's a little yellow light flashing here.
Oh, is there? Okay.
You can watch this back in the yourself,
Yeah,
can't you?
I know, yeah.
So you don't need me to tell you anything. It seems alright. I didn't know you were... Somebody was on there signing.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
Well, I'll have someone gave voiceover.
No, I don't know whether I'll...
Hey, it's hard because I have